Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know it's been a very long time. If it's one thing that I want you guys to know is I am a full-time hairstylist. I'm a freelance hairstylist, but this is my first year into the freelance world. So far so good. I am so grateful to God, especially because I moved to a different location. It was a little scary for me, and I still have my moments where I'm like, God, is this really, you know what I mean? Like, something ever happened for you that you're just thinking like, God, like, you made me make this move. Like, was this the right move? Was it really you that I was listening to, or was it just like my mind that I was going with? You know, but like I've had trying times where I've had to like literally re-ask God and ask him like, yo, was this move for me? Like, was this what you wanted me to do? And every single time, I promise you, like every single time where I've asked God that question, I always get an answer. I always get a sign that yes, this is it for me. And like, you're not always going to have great times. Like, life isn't just built off of like highs. Life is built off of like highs and lows, and that's just what life is. And the times when you're low, you use that to re-strategize, think back to yourself, but regroup and things like that. So I've been doing that to be where I am right now, because like 2 years ago, like I literally was praying for this day, and it's happening, and I'm so grateful to God, and I cannot wait to see where this brings me. Like, even if it doesn't bring me somewhere colorful, like I would still be grateful for the experience. So like, yes, like I just want to leave one last thing with you guys. I forgot for a little bit, but I went back into my planner, and I remember it was be chosen, not tolerate. What I mean by that is when you feel like somebody is just tolerating you, just disregard. Go, like, literally put them aside. Go to where you are chosen, not tolerated. Yeah, I'm so glad like I came back to that quote recently, because I had some situations where I was just feeling like I'm sounding it out to you. If you're being tolerated, I mean that from like the core of my heart. Leave that situation and go to where you are chosen. Where you are chosen is where you should go to. Do not go to where you are being tolerated, because situations like that, nothing literally, but when you're chosen and you feel chose, people treat you better because they're choosing. You will get more out of being chosen than being tolerated. When you're being tolerated, it's almost like you're just there. Like, this person is just there. They're always going to be there. They take you for granted. Like, but when you're chosen, it's like they're always going to make sure like, nah, this person or this thing, we can never let it go. So they're constantly always going to find ways to make sure that you are in that position, and you stay in that position, and you grow with them, or all of that. Like, it's just better. It's just better. But enough of my TED talk. That's not what you guys are here for. So if you are looking to get this beachy, effortless look, stay tuned. I hope you enjoy this video. We're gonna get right into it. So the first thing I'm gonna be doing is going in with my flat iron. This is Croc Classic, and we're going to straighten out your hair, regardless if it's straight or not. Straighten out the hair to give it a more smoother, slicker look. I split it into two, and I work on my right section first, because that's just how I work. And each section, before I curl it, I will flat iron, or I will straighten it out to get it smooth. And I always focus on the mid shaft to the ends, because that's where it really matters the most. The curling iron itself kind of smooths out the hair, not as much as the straightener would, but it does it as you're curling the hair. But just because we're not going to be touching base, we're not going to be using the curling iron towards the ends, you want to make sure you get that done with the flat iron. I'm going to be curling the hair away from my face, so I twist it into the curling iron and just glide through. Now, I don't want this to be in any shape or form uniform. I might do some really close to the end. I might do some not close to the end, and like really give it like a really more straighter look. But here we are with one. So that's one. So I'm gonna do it tighter, and as I brush it out, it's gonna get looser. And you'll see that once I place it on my head. So here we are. This is the hair flat like this. I take it and then I twist it over and then put it into the curling iron. I always curl away from the face. See how that kind of fell out a little bit? I'm okay with that because again, I don't want it to be too uniformed. And I just, see? There we have it right here. Let me get it right here. So that's what we have it there. Now I'm gonna start parting it. My sections are gonna be a little thicker. I'm gonna cut it diagonally. That's how I make my part. And again, we're gonna press it out. Of hair that I'm picking up. However, it's a thicker section. Like this is like how many tracks? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4 tracks together. So it's a thicker section, but the amount of hair that I'm holding, that I'm going to curl, is still the same amount of hair. So this curl has a longer end than the bottom part does. So see? So I changed my position to get you guys, or give you guys, a better view of how I am curling the hair. The position that I was earlier wasn't really showing off. Like I feel like this gives a better view. So I'm just literally repeating the same curling technique, leaving some ends straighter than others to give it more of that effortless, wispy. I didn't curl it, I curled it, some fell, some didn't. It just gives it that effortless look. And literally just repeat the same exact step. We just went over onto the left side of hair that's left out. And yeah, and whatever it is that I want to touch base on, I make sure that I go back in after I finish the whole entire hair, or like I put it on my head and see how it looks. I go back in with the curling iron and just do what I need to do. But again, this is supposed to be an effortless look, so literally don't overthink it and just curl with ease. Curl with ease, don't think about it, and you'll be able to achieve these look. During, I realized I never sprayed it with hairspray just to hold the curls, so I went in with my Amika Headstrong, literally my favorite hairspray. It can hold some hair, as in it can hold on some hair. I love it so much. I use it for my lace. I use it literally for everything. So I'm gonna go in with that. As I get closer to the top of the hair, I make sure that I bring in my curling iron closer to the roots to give me more volume up top, and it just gives me a better face framing curls, which I absolutely love. I don't have much layers within the hair, however I do have some face framing layers, and you'll see it once I put it on my head. You'll see what I'm talking about when I say it kind of accentuates the look even more. Always make sure you go in with some hot comb for the top. That's what's going to give you the ultimate flat look. I go in with my Fat Boy Tacky Oil. This makes the hair look like it still has life. Yeah, that's how I like my hair. And listen, let's say bye to flyaways and wax sticks. And just like I mentioned that I would go back in and just touch base with the curls that I'm not too pleased with, that's exactly what I'm doing here. I love how this side fell. Again, it's not supposed to be uniform, so even if I'm going completely against the direction of the curl, it's totally fine. And I also went over my roots with a mascara, If you don't know this trick, this is like literally my favorite trick, especially when your roots are a little bit too exposed and depending on the lighting and things like that. Yes, so this is the final look. I believe that I'm pleased with it. Okay, you guys, so this is the final look. I'm literally praying that my lace is not trying to expose me right now. One trick that I've learned with, if you have transparent lace for darker skin tone like myself, the best product you can use is whatever you use to contour, darkest shade that you use to contour is what you use to blend your lace. So what I'm gonna do is, because I still feel like this is still kind of exposing me a little bit, this is what I use to contour. This is Huda Beauty. Is this Huda? Yeah, this is Huda. I'm using Huda Lava Cake. So I just take that and like a, what do you call it, like an eyeshadow brush. It looks dingy because it's obviously like really old, but I'm just gonna like tap that, and I'm gonna look in the mirror here and just lift my lace or my hair up and just dab that. Also is, if you have a piece of hair caught into the lace, it's easy to detect. Like, see how that, like, you can just instantly tell. That's my widow's peak, but you can instantly tell that obviously like it's a, like I have a lace wig on. But you want to make sure there's literally no hair caught in the lace, because that will make it very detectable that you have a lace wig on. But I feel like this looks realistic enough from my perspective. I'm not sure how the camera is capturing or taking that in, but this looks 10 times better than what it looked like when I initially had it. The final look, I still kind of have the curls a little coordinated a little bit. That wasn't intentional, but the curls are going to relax as time goes by, so I'm not even too pressed. I absolutely love this look. This is the look you put on, or like this is something you do quickly when going out with the girls and you don't know what to do to your hair. Like, you don't have to take that much time, like as much as I did, but like some like days where I literally have no time, this is something you can put together in like 30 minutes and it just look like you just have like effortless like waves in your hair. Like, and that's like the theme right now. It's like I tried, but like I didn't really put the effort in trying to make my hair look this good. That's in right. It's giving what it's supposed to be given. Okay? Okay. Yeah. And I would just like bring a few pieces in the front. I put the rest in the back. I don't know. With wigs, I feel like the less hair, the better. Some people really like their wigs really full, but I don't know. I feel like the bigger the wig is, the more it just looks like a wig, unless it's like you have clip-ins or like it's just like a sew-in or whatever. But when it's a wig, I feel like the flatter it looks, the better, the less detectable it is of being a wig. That's just my perspective. I prefer when the curls fall a little bit over, when my hair falls a little bit over, and just kind of like give me this like Farrah Fawcett like look. Like, see how that looks? I really like that. So I'm gonna use my hot comb. This is from my line, and I'm just gonna bring the hair forward a little bit. Ooh. See, this is why I like to demonstrate or do everything on a mannequin head opposed to my head, because this can be damaging. So you just want to take the hot comb, bring the hair. You know how normally you do the hot comb this way? So for this, instead of going straight this way, the front piece, which is right here, you want to bring that forward. Ah. Oh, I love that. This is giving me Naomi, J-Lo. This is so sexy. Like, I love this. As long as the ends are straight, it'll give you that like natural or like that look. This is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning into me and giving me a chance, giving me the opportunity. I really appreciate that. So if there's anything else you guys would like for me to do, please comment down below how you like this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Thank you. Bye, beauties. I'll see you guys in my next one.